Yo, what's going on, boys? I live here in the city and everything is just so fast and moving so quickly that we never have a chance to just relax for a second. So I was on the treadmill today doing some incline walking and I was listening to some Top Gun music actually. And it was one of those slow parts. And I'll tell you what, music really puts you in some sort of mood, a state of being. And I was able to just kind of do a lot of reflecting and that kind of thing on my life. And I got to thinking, I was like, what is the meaning of life? I'm a very deep person. Like, are you really supposed to just grow up, have kids, have a good job, and then die and like repeat the cycle? Or is there something more to this? Like, guys, I didn't make my hand. My eyes, it's the best 4K camera out there. You can't go buy an eyeball, you know what I mean? So there's got to be a higher power. And so I've been a Christian since I was 8 years old. I've always believed that. And I've invited God on my entire life journey. And I'm not going to shove Christianity or any religion down your throat. I'm just explaining what I've gone through and what's helped me throughout everything. So one of the big deals that I was dealing with was college, right? So I was failing a bunch of classes. Everybody struggles with some sort of mental thing. And I was like, is this even for me and everything? And I eventually got through it. It wasn't just, I did it on my own. I would pray about it all the time. I was trying to meet new people. I was making an effort to change. You can't just expect God to just come out and poof, magic fairy, everything's fixed because you made a prayer. Like, give it some effort. Give it all you can do. And then have faith that it's going to work. There's some story in the Bible, I don't remember which one it is, but it talks about how there was two types of people. One was like, let's go get them. Like, we're the winners. And the other one was like, they're too big, they're too scary, we can't win. The person that was like, we're the winners, was already in their mind decided that they had won. That they were going to attack and they were going to be winners and conquerors of that land. But the other people had already given up. And so for me, with everything, with this interview I got coming up and everything else, I really believe that I am a winner and that this is for me. And if it doesn't happen, well, fine. But I've invited God on everything that I've done, from school to the job I have now, to literally having this house. Like, at this moment, I was going to either rent a house or live with some roommates. And I've told this story before. And I literally prayed about it. And I felt drawn to go to the roommate side. And that's exactly what I did. And so, I invite you to do that and see where it goes for you. So for me right now, I'm praying if I get the military job, great, but I have to give it another shot and I have to give it my best. I can't just say, I hope I get it, close my eyes and hope and wish. You have to actually put some work in. So I'm going to give it my best. I did last year. We're going to do it again, see what happens. I tell you, it's those forks in the road life moments that causes you to really test who you are as a person. And I tell you what, because I brought him along on this entire journey, I feel a lot more confident about every decision I've ever made. And checking my motives, like, why am I doing this? Is it for self-glory, or is it for the glory of him and the glory of becoming a better person and helping other people along the way? And that's really what it's about, man. In a world that's just horrible and full of problems and issues, we can provide some sort of light in the world. So I'm not trying to, again, force any religion down your throat. This is just what's worked for me and my sort of testimony, I guess you could say, testimonial for this. But yeah, I was on the treadmill and at that last minute, I pushed it, I went from 10 to 11. So just giving it everything you got. Because when you do that physically, the body will follow your mind and you're pushing that to the next level. And all of a sudden, you're going to start pushing everything to the next level. 5 more pounds, 2.5 more pounds, 1 more rep. And so that's where the excellence comes into play, and being a leader, right? And then having that when other people see you, oh wow, that's really cool. I feel inspired to do the same. Because there's always going to be people that you can help below you, and there's always going to be people above you. And so that's one of the things I really had to deal with, was this fact that, I may not be some guru, but I've been, at the gym for at least 5 years, so I can help somebody who's at least starting, right? So that's just kind of the mentality I had moving forward. But I always had that imposter syndrome, like, well, I don't know everything yet. I'm not an expert, and don't believe the lie that, oh, it looks like they're living a lavish lifestyle. That's not necessarily true. Not everything is as it appears. Okay, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and things. People may look happy, they may look like they're living the life, but that's not necessarily the case. So I think a lot of people want to fit in to society and to be like, oh yeah, I'm living great. Can't you tell? Like, I can fit in once you love me. Because deep down, bro, everybody wants to be in a community and everybody wants to feel loved and appreciated and respected in life. So, and if you don't feel that way, well, that's a little weird, but I feel like we all want to have that, unless we just want to be all alone forever. You want to have that girl that you've always wanted. Well, God isn't just going to bring her to you. I hear that a lot. Like, I'm just going to wait for the Lord to just present her on a silver platter. Oh wait, she just walked through the door. Like, that doesn't happen, bro. Like, you're gonna have to go out and do some actual effort, and He works through people in circumstances and situations. The phrase everything happens for a reason. Yeah, could be. It could be. So always keep your hopes up and stay positive in everything you do. That's just the way is going to be the best for us. So anyway, boys, don't want to take too much of your time. I appreciate you every time you tune in, and hopefully you get a little bit of motivation to become better and to keep pushing to that next day, because I tell you what, life is not easy and no one's coming to save us, especially as men. And you can have your opinions on that, but I just think it's true. And so we're here to make a mission, a goal, and go and attack. Full beast mode, all right? And I love that. The stuff this conspiracy theories of things putting in our foods and whatnot to lower our testosterone so we aren't as manly. I don't know, maybe. But keep up with the gym, and I tell you what, that's going to be the best testosterone booster ever. You lack motivation, get a hot girl in front of your face, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a lot of motivation now. Okay? And if you don't, you might want to get your blood levels checked and see what's going on. But yeah, take care, boys. In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your realities, and I'll see you in the next video.